as people trying to build peace, how do we deal with fear?
Right. In my experience, the only way I've been able to deal with it is by finding at least one other person that I can share my fear with, to be able to acknowledge openly that I have fear, and let that speak for itself, and open that up for the other person to also share they have fear, and realize there's two and not one. But I'm curious about how you've dealt with that. I would say that I probably have never had my life in danger around any of the peacemaking I've done. How do you deal with it when your life is literally on the line sometimes?
I don't know if this is quite an answer, Becca. So if it isn't, come back to me.
Okay.
I mean, the way it has worked, I'll say it this way. There have been a handful of times, like 4 or 5 times, when I thought, okay, tonight, I guess I die. Like when the suicide bomber came to our house, when we were waiting for shock and awe, one of my teammates said we had a very little chance of coming out of it alive. And other times when I had an automatic weapon at my chest, or when Israeli soldiers raided the house I was in one night. And I think I've come to the place that I have died. In one sense, I have died, and from now on, everything else is bonus. So it's like, oh, come on, Cliff, what do you have to worry about? You're already a dead man 4 times over. So give it everything you've got and hang the consequences.
And how did you get to that point?
Well, I think that one time I was in a car accident. We were coming out of Iraq during the war. We had been ordered out by Iraqi security, and we had a car accident. And 5 of us in the car were injured, and they were sewing my head. I split my head open. And they were sewing my head back together. And during that incident, I had a moment when I was I was up here. I was looking down at that. It's like God was asking, okay, Cliff, are you ready to die? You want to stay around for a while? It would have been easy to die. I wasn't in pain. I've lived a very full life. So it was a good question. And I decided, well, maybe it's okay. I'd like to hang around for a while. Then I was back in my body, and I was like, okay. And that was probably the most realistic place I've been where I've grappled with that question.